Hey everybody, how you guys doing? Welcome back to the channel. First off, I would like to say thank you to all of you guys who have subscribed to this channel, liked, and clicked that notification bell. Hopefully that you guys know whenever I'm dropping a new video. We're up to 428 subscribers, which is awesome considering I've only been at it for a couple of months. So I really appreciate you guys. I'm very humbled. Today on the channel, we're going to take a look at an independent Arch-based distribution that uses the Pacman for the package manager. It uses Calamares for the installer, a very customized Calamares, by the way, for the installer. Let's go ahead and dive in and take a look and see what we've got, what KaOS or KaOS has to offer for us. And then here is the SDDM login manager that comes with it because it's running KDE Plasma. It uses Pacman for the package manager. And what's nice about that, even though they have limited repositories, they're their own curated applications and programs that they've put in the repositories for this. If there's a piece of software that you need that is not in there, because it uses Pacman, you could certainly build it from source using a PKGBUILD or Makefile program. So it uses Make to do to install with. So let's go ahead and log in and take a look at it. And it also comes with the Wayland session or X11 Xorg. And this is what we're met with. This is the desktop. So it's actually, I logged in earlier and just kind of made sure that everything was okay. And I customized it a little bit using these right here on the desktop, which are areas to fix and customize this to the way that you like it, from light theme to dark theme. So you click on widget style and you can choose, it's on Quantum Dark right now, or you can do these other ones here, the Breeze Fusion, Quantum Light, QT Curve, and the Windows one. So we're not going to do anything with that. Plasma theme. Here you can choose from, I chose Midna Dark. Of course, you got Oxygen and the other standard ones that come along with Breeze Dark, and Midna Light. I'm leaving it with that one because I already did it. Windows decoration. This is where you can change the title bar at the top and also the close and the window close, minimize, and maximize buttons as well. So there's that. I'm not going to change any of that. For mouse behavior, this will let you adjust the mouse speed, all that good stuff. Icon set, obviously you can change icons here. I chose the Midna. Virtual desktops, you can change the amount of virtual desktops you have here. For screen settings, this allows you to set the display resolution, refresh rate, all that good stuff. You can even change the scaling, all that good stuff. For colors, this lets you choose accent colors and also highlighted colors as well throughout. I chose from the current wallpaper, so I didn't pick any certain color, which I could have done this and picked like that: orange, yellow, green, light blue, which light blue is kind of nice, or the purple, or the gray, but I'll just use from the wallpaper because I like that. So I hit apply and we're okay on that. And font settings, of course, that lets you choose fonts. You can change the fonts throughout the whole thing. For packages, now this is where you can install for web players, for web browsers. You can install Firefox. You can do music players, which are Strawberry, Eliza, and Cantanta. Also a couple of other ones for email clients. Of course, you've got Kmail, Thunderbird, those are the standard KDE suite applications. Then you've got Trojita and then Cube. And then Office applications, obviously you've got, never heard of Scrooge, but there's Scrooge, Sigil, Scribus, Focuswriter, Calligra, and I know that there was, I think you can do LibreOffice as well through the package manager. For video edit, for image manipulation, you have GIMP right here, Krita, right? Digicam, Nomax. Video editors, I'm sure you got Kdenlive. Yep, that's KDE Suite one. Lightworks, OpenShot, and AvidMux. And so there's that. Now for wallpapers here, latest wallpaper, popular ones, oldest, downloads, downloaded, no downloaded ones, oldest, popular. Yep, there's nothing there. So doesn't do anything. For documentation now, this is where you can look up stuff on here. You can go to their forum on Pacman documentation here. This is documentation on how to use Pacman, how to update your system, all that good stuff. And this is where documentation is I was talking about, where the packaging guide right here. If you go to packaging guide down here and you go further down, it'll tell you like how to use the scripts right here, you know, like the packaging scripts, right? And then all, you know, and PKGBUILD and all that good stuff, how to use Git, how to do AUR, all that good stuff. So I mean, there's all kinds of ways that you can do and install packages here. Okay, KCP script guide right here, where you have to apply for membership, you know, and they'll email you back, and then you go through it and you're going to install Git. This teaches how to use Git, how to submit a package, all that good stuff. So I mean, and that's for if you actually want to be a package maintainer. But yeah, for packaging guide, this is where you can learn how to do and build more packages through AUR, Git, PKG, all that good stuff. So if your software is not in there and you need it, boom, there you go. So there's that. Switching to NVIDIA. Say you have an NVIDIA card. This will explain to you exactly how to switch from the free Novu drivers to the non-free actual NVIDIA drivers as well, which you can go to NVIDIA. It's really actually quite simple. All you have to do is uninstall the Novu, which is run the Pacman, the Pacman dash capital R, this one right here. Run this to uninstall it and drop down to a TTY, and then you CD into the download directory after you go and download it from NVIDIA. And then all you got to do is type run and then the full driver name .sh, which on NVIDIA's webpage, they tell you how to do it as well. But you just type it in and boom, it'll actually install it for you and everything. So NVIDIA's come a long way on making it to be able to install their drivers so you can get the non-free ones. So also, if you want additional kernels, you can go here. And this tells you how to install the Linux Next kernel or older kernels or whatever you need to do. So either way, there's additional kernels instruction there if you want to install additional kernels. So that is a look of the welcome menu. Under Advanced tab, you can see here the systemd daemon, starters, firewall. You could add users, network management. There's so much here. Pacman cache, you can clean it. Default apps. If you click on here, you can set the default apps for whatever it is that you want. That's here for map, terminal emulator, email client, file manager, all that good crap. Then about, obviously this tells you about KaOS, what it's about, what it looks like. Any news that's coming up, they have it listed here. And then of course the quit button quits it. So there you go. Now we're graded with just the desktop, which is wild because I don't recall setting this desktop. It just did it on its own. So we're going to go here to configure desktop and wallpaper. I just right clicked on the desktop. Let's take a look. Ooh, wow. This looks pretty. That's pretty. This is pretty as well. I live in the Pacific Northwest, and this is similar to what I see every day. It's a thing of beauty to be able to see that every day. I'm blessed. I am very blessed to be able to see that. It's so beautiful. This is another thing of what we can see around here as well. That's beautiful. Some very beautiful wallpapers here. I mean, very beautiful. Oh, look at this one. This ether. Ooh, I like that. That is sexy. Sexy with a capital Y. Yeah, they got lots of beautiful wallpapers out here. Very nice, very nice. So we're just gonna leave it with that one there, and we're gonna hit apply and discard, and that's beautiful. The top, I see that the panels on the right hand side, which obviously you can go to settings, probably appearance, and you could in the settings here. I'm not sure exactly where. I don't use KDE a lot. I am a window manager guy. Configure icons, enter edit mode. Okay, so I got the bar moved from the right hand side down to the bottom by just simply dragging it over in edit mode. So now it looks like your standard KDE desktop. So anyhow, it is, you got your application launcher here on the left hand side, which if you launch it, of course, is where you can get all to your different applications that are installed. And for favorites, you've got Kavanta Manager, Dolphin, Kate, the text editor, Info Center, Console, System Monitor, System Settings, and Falcon for its browser. So let's open up the Info Center and see what that tells us. So it tells us in the about this system, it tells us that we're using Plasma, KDE Plasma 5.26, frameworks 5.100, Qt version 5.15, kernel is 5.19, so it's not the 6.0 kernel. We're using the Wayland platform for graphics. For my hardware, it's got my AMD, 6 cores, and then 3.8 gigs of RAM. Oh yeah, we're using Pipewire for instead of Pulse Audio as well. So let's go to System Monitor, and we're relaunching it. And here we are. So we're currently using 2 gigabytes of the 3.8 or 4 gigs of RAM, 10 gigs of hard drive space, and 5% of my CPU. That's interesting. Interesting. Okay, so there is that. Devices, you got your storage, your CPU, firmware, so you can see all that good stuff. This is very nice. So there is that under Info Center under favorites. Now for all applications, of course, that's all of them. For development, you have KPatience, Compare, Qt Assistant, and Designer, and the Linguist. Under education, you've got nothing really. Games, you've got, that's weird that they have KDE Partition Manager under games. Oh, sorry, games is KPatience. Under education is LibreOffice Math. Wow, that all completely just changed. That's interesting. Graphics, they have GwenView, LibreOffice Draw, Ocular. Under Internet, you've got Falcon, you've got Firefox, KDE Connect, which is very nice because KDE Connect lets you connect your cellular Android phone to the computer desktop, and you could share files and folders, pictures, all that good stuff, documents. KGit, you got NeoChat, you have Quasi IRC client, and C-File. For multimedia, you have Harana Video Player, which is a very good video player. K3B, Camoso MPV Player, which is another good one. And then, of course, you got your Qt V4L2 Test, which is your webcam viewer and simple screen recorder. For Office, you got the full LibreOffice suite installed. Settings, of course, that's where you get your system settings, your general settings. Under System, we have Crash Process Viewer, KaOS, we have Dolphin, the Info Center, which we looked at, ISO Writer. So if you want to burn a ISO to a USB, there it is. You got the KDE Partition Manager, you got Console, K-Wallet, Menu Editor, and a bunch more if you go further down. You got Octopi, which is your software center, which we'll take a look at in a minute. You got your Pacman Log Viewer, System Monitor, and Yakwake. For utilities, of course, you got your ARC, which is your archive manager. You got your HP stuff already put in, installed ISO Writer again, Kate, Kfind, KGPG, which is for your encryptions. It's an encryption tool to encrypt hard drives. Kavanta Manager, Kwrite, Spectacle, and it's got Vim installed. And of course, you've got Sweeper, which is a nice little tool for cleaning your system of files and kind of junk files, that kind of stuff. And so kind of like in Windows, it's CC Cleaner. It's a nice little tool. Stacer also is an optimizer, and it also lets you take a look at what kind of hard drive space you're using with different files and folders. So there's that. And then if you click on Places, of course, this is your computer. Any history, any frequently used apps will be right there. And by computer, it tells you to like your home folders and right inside of your file manager, which is Dolphin on this. And right here, it's pinned to the start bar. And if you look, it takes you right to your home folder. But what's interesting is Show Hidden Files is already enabled right out of the bat. That's kind of cool. Dangerous, but kind of cool, because if you're a new guy and you get into these hidden files and you change something, especially in this .config file, yeah, you're doing some stuff here. You are doing some stuff here that's going to really, really, really create some heartache for you if you don't know what you're doing. Your auto start file here, these are things that will auto start as soon as you log in. Dconf is configuration, Cavantum, Pulse, your session, which is for Wayland, I believe, or desktop session, excuse me. X settings, wow. Plasma, Octopi right here. So for on this Octopi comp, we're going to open it with Kate. And let's go ahead and make this a little bit bigger. If you change any of these things in here, it's going to really, 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 really cause some issues with the way the Octopi works. So be very careful. If you don't know what you're doing, I would kind of stay away from these until you know what you're doing. Like right here, startup config. This tells it stuff to use in startup, like the breeze cursors, the splash screens, all that good stuff. So yeah, you just got to be kind of careful with what you're doing here. So yeah, that's what I would do. Let's go to, now one thing that I would do is go here, go to the Etsy folder, go all the way down to the Pacman conf file, if we can find it, right here. Open this up, go down here to see where it says these parallel downloads, right? And it's my bad. And it is commented out. Uncomment that. Change this from 5. You can do 10. And then hit save. It's because you're not in your home directory, it's going to require root privileges. So make sure you're using Kate. You can type in the password for your root and it'll save it as a root privileged editor, and quit. So what you just did is you optimized Pacman, and you can do this with any Arch distribution. What you just did is you allowed it to, whenever it's doing any downloads of any kind, whether it's installing a software or you're updating your system, instead of doing 5 parallel, well, actually it was less than that. It was like 3 or 4 that it was going to be doing, because it was commented out at 5. You could uncomment it, bring it up to 10. It's going to do 10 parallel downloads to install anything, and it will install a lot faster. And it'll also help with Octopi as well. So if we go to Octopi, this is your software center. This is where you can install whatever it is that you want. Of course, if you go over here like games, click on games, you're going to get like 0AD, 0AD data, Bovo, Dolphin EMU, Gcompris, Knights, which is a chess game. So that's basically how you use Octopi. It's a graphical package installer. Do I want to quit? Yes, I do. The other thing that you could do is you could always go to System, open up your terminal. Why it opens so tiny? I don't know. And you can always type in Pacman -S SY and then like OBS. Might be OBS Studio, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna just type in OBS. Oh, forgot to do sudo, my bad. I'm sorry. Oh, yep. So it's going to have to be OBS Studio. And here's what it's going to be. And it's going to do all the stuff for the app right here is main and any dependency. So I'm going to hit yes. And look how fast this is installing because we did the parallel downloads. So you're like running it full force, optimized Linux. And just like that, it's all done. And so now, oh, I'm used to my window manager. I'm going to hit close. So I'll go here and let's go under graphics. No, maybe multimedia. And here it is, OBS Studio. Hit cancel, go to help, go to about. Ooh, 28.1. So it's the latest one. That's the current, most up-to-date one, which allows you to record in HDR and 4K. Nice. Very, very nice. So yeah, that is how you would install on KaOS. Standard, typical panel at the bottom with your app launcher. Next to it, you got your virtual desktop, any pinned programs that you can put there, which I put the file manager and the trash can. Also, over here, you've got your system tray, which has got your Octopi, which when it's got updates, it'll light up to probably green, I believe. You got your clipboard, you got your volume manager, and then you've got your internet connection here. And then, of course, you got your time and date with the calendar. And then if you click this little arrow thing, here is your hidden, like night color, power management, Bluetooth, disk devices. You can actually do your KDE Connect here and change your keyboard from US to whatever it is. And also any notifications, like hidden notifications, will be there as well. So that is a look at KaOS, which is fast, lightweight. I had opened some stuff, so that's why it was at 2 gigs, I think. But for the most part, it is lightweight. It's a very polished, very clean-looking distro. I really enjoy it. I'm glad I found it. I would definitely recommend this. This is a beautiful desktop, beautiful, beautifully curated, independent Arch distribution. Guys, if you use KaOS and you know or think of something that I should have said or I didn't say in the video, please don't be afraid to comment below. Don't be afraid to go to the YouTube channel, smash that like button, subscribe button, and the notification button for the bell so you can get notified of any new releases or new video releases that I put out there. And y'all, don't forget to stay blessed. Keep on doing what you do and keep on Linuxing. Have a great day.